I'm gonna respond real quick. This is gonna be really short. To the internal enigmas question. He asked, did God create everything? Well, I guess some people be ignorant enough to say, "Oh yeah, God created this and da." The Bible never says God created any and everything that in existence. God, it never says that. It said God is the creator of heaven and earth. Then just to point out that, in other words, he didn't. There's no explanation in the Bible or anything saying that he created every last star, everything in this or that, whatever. Do I think that there are other things out there? Do I believe in God? Number one, yes, I do. I believe Him to be the God of our heaven and our earth. Beyond that, I think you might not understand this, but I think beyond that is really irrelevant, because He is our God and He's the one that provides for us. I really don't know what to say, because no one else, not even an atheist or someone believes in God, no one really knows what lies outside, of as far as we can see. So I guess that's the basic answer to your question. But this notion of why God can't exist is totally ignorant. What you're doing is you're taking something that is totally not true and twisting it around. The Bible never says, or if anybody says God created every single thing, then they're an idiot, because it never. He could have been, but they. I don't know, man. This might sound weird, but I look at some of that Men in Black stuff. How they'll like take, they'll start off like at the Earth, then they'll go back from the Earth and all the stars, and then the galaxy will be in this little ball, and then like somebody be playing with it, and then next thing you know, you zoom out, and then they'll be in some kind of galaxy, and then somebody, making the Earth seem that teeny tiny compared to something a whole lot more huge. And I'm not saying that I believe that, but I'm saying that there's probably so much more to the word existence, period, that we maybe even need to know. So I'm just thinking hypothetically, but anyway, that is to answer your question, dude. Don't be stupid by saying why God cannot exist. Which brings me to another point I thought about real quick. There's so many people be like, well, if there's a God, why don't He just show His face? Why can't we just like look upon Him, and why can't He just wave at us from the clouds or whatever? Number one, God, everybody thinks that God is sitting on the clouds, but if you notice, if God is just, in other words, people be like, you're looking up in the sky for God in heaven or whatever, but there's nothing there. As obviously, up is just a figure of speech. When we say look up to God, up is like looking up to God. God is omnipresent. The world is round, so if I'm looking up this way to God, and somebody in Australia is looking up in the sky for God, then that we're both looking in two different directions. So how can we literally mean up and in the clouds when we're like looking for God? Number two, if God, even if He just made, the world or whatever, what makes you think that we're as humans are good enough to look upon Him? It's just something that so-called made the universe, makes, the sun and everything. What makes you think that we're going to be able to see Him if we could? What makes you think that our eyes can behold that much power? I don't know, just a lot of just stupid things. And it's not just people, atheists or whatever. It's a lot of Christians and so-called believers who believe stupid, crazy things that just were not they were just not in the Bible from originally. Okay, nobody has proven or ever proved that there was a God beyond their own beliefs. Nobody has ever proved that there was not a God beyond their own beliefs. Let's agree to disagree and leave it at that and stop being freaking idiots on YouTube. Thank you.